Hey everybody, this is a special love letter to the Supernatural fandom. So I just spent 3 days at Supernatural Con, New Jersey, and I'm very new to the Supernatural fandom. I started watching the show, I think at the end of last year. I started binging it, went all the way through all 12 seasons, and then I'm now on my second watch through, and I'm in the middle of season 12. And for my 50th birthday, which is December 2nd, by the way, I decided that instead of having a party, I wanted to have a bunch of experiences. And one of my experiences was a frivolous weekend away in beautiful Secaucus, New Jersey, with my my heart sister, not my sister by blood, my heart sister, Miss Robin. And that was my this is my frivolous experience. Just fangirly con. Robin and I love cons. You know, we're total geeks, and you know, I loved Supernatural, but I didn't really start to understand the fandom until I bought this book, Fandom Don't End With Blood. True. Family Don't End With Blood. And I bought it because I wanted to take it to the con because I couldn't think of what I wanted people to sign. So I bought it like 2 weeks ago, and I read it, and then I started to become aware that this family, the Supernatural family, and this fandom is unlike any other fandom I belong to. I still was not prepared at all for what this weekend was going to be. Like I said, this was supposed to be frivolous. My serious experience will be in November. I'm going on a 3-day yoga nidra retreat. Meditation, yoga, soul exploration, journaling, sharing. And this was supposed to be the frivolous one. Well, this was the most inspirational, uplifting, life-affirming, beautiful, life-changing 3 days. I did 3 days of a con, guys. Me, who can hardly get through a normal day of life without having to lie down. I did 3 days. Now granted, I took a nap on Friday so I could go back for karaoke, and we took a little rest before the concert on Saturday. But like yesterday, it was full out, and I thought it was gonna be over by like 7:30, 8 o'clock. I didn't get home until 11:45 last night, and I drove myself. So, amen, thank you, Lemtrada. The monster, this MS monster has definitely been salted and burned. So that's beautiful. And then that just in itself was affirming. But then just these people, both, you know, the actors on the show and other people that work on the show, the people who work on these conventions, and then the fans themselves, the Supernatural family. Oh my gosh, shout out to Amanda. I just made a new BFF. Who actually lives near me, and amazing bonding experience with her. And just I go to a lot of cons, I go to a lot of trade shows, I go to a lot of group events because of YouTube, and I've never seen such a drama-free, loving, beautiful, accepting. There was like no tension ever. Things were a little confused here and there, you know, where do I sign up? Times were changed on things, and people were okay about it. They might be having a little anxiety about how they were gonna make it work, and other people were like, don't worry, it's all gonna work out. And that was amazing. And, you know, just, and then seeing how the cast and the crew and the people that work on the convention, and seeing how they are with each other, makes me understand why this show continues, because the karma building up among the people that have been, are now a part of the making of Supernatural is amazing. I mean, the energy there is so beautiful. it's just amazing. And to see all of the charity and good works and awareness raising that these people have done, I'm so blown away. Like Random Acts, I'm gonna put a link down to Random Acts. Always Keep Fighting. That's, so Jared Padalecki, who plays Sam, his chapter at the end of this book is about his story and his sharing about his life and his there you go, what the fandom means to him. It's really long. Get this book, even if you're not a Supernatural fan, just to read some of these chapters. But his candidness about mental health and self-care and living with anxiety and depression and learning how to live an amazing life, which I am proof that you can absolutely do, while having a brain and biochemistry that's wired towards anxiety and depression. And you know, his destigmatizing of it, it's huge. It's so important. And it's so important for all of the people out there who are like trying to hide in the shadows and trying to, you know, just keep that brave face, and that, like I've said to you many times, I can look perfectly happy and feel like I'm dying inside. And sort of just really destigmatize the whole thing. And so it was really amazing to read his chapter. And when, luckily we were towards the end of the line to get our autographs, and I had something I wanted to say to him, and I didn't. I get really stupid around famous people. And so I was proud of myself that I actually got words out of my mouth. And this is in the vlog, which will probably take me all week to put together. Miss Robin and I vlogged a lot, but trying to get that all, it's on like 3 different cameras. It's gonna be interesting. But so I thanked Jared for sharing his story in the chapter. And it was so funny because he was like, oh, you read it? And I'm like, yeah. But I thanked him for sharing it. There's a section about him on an airplane kind of white knuckling it to get back home to get help. That was very, very real for me. And you know, I mentioned that portion of the story to him, and I thanked him for sharing it because it's so important to share the message to always keep fighting. But what I wanted to share with him was that that the fight, eventually you realize that this fight that we're in is actually a gift. This is an amazing gift. Just like multiple sclerosis was a gift to me, anxiety and depression, once you start learning to, and I love the term that he used, you have to be aggressive about your self-care. Once you do become aggressive with your self-care, and once you become conscious of that you have control over, you know, how you live with this and how you deal with it, it forces you to become, to become more mindful. It forces you to live so intentionally and make choices and decisions with such intention and mindfulness of what they mean to you, how they will impact you and your, you know, for me, for my physical and my mental well-being. And so then it also makes you think more intentionally and mindfully about the people around you. And so those interactions in your life change beautifully. And then it widens even more. It spirals out, and then it starts to make you think more mindfully and live more intentionally with the people in the world and how this all comes together in the world. And I'm so blessed that as I'm about to turn 50, you know, this past year because this is actually my 50th year on the planet, has been very transformational for me in it's so funny because every time I think I understand and I get it, then something else comes along and I'm like, okay, now I really get it. So right now I feel like, okay, I really get it. Oh my gosh, for the first time I really get it. And probably like in a couple of years I'll be like, okay, now I really get it. But every time I really get it, it's better. And that's like, it's like a spiral. But it's an amazing gift to be blessed with something that you know, could be seen as a curse, but you're given the strength thanks to the people around you, thanks to the resources that are out there, and thanks to a spark that's inside you. You're given a gift to know to seek help. And then by seeking help for yourself, you learn to live life so much more fully, intentionally, mindfully. It's amazing. And so that, and then seeing that message repeated all weekend from every person who took the stage for a Q&A, and Kim Rose and Brianna Buckmaster, your Q&A rocked my world. You made me want to change the world. Like, I've been like sort of like locally trying to change things and like, you know, working within a certain sphere of trying to help people. And then I had a realization the morning after their Q&A, and I was like, I need to think bigger. I need to change the world. Like, I need to do that. And I actually believe I can. So yeah, that was my frivolous 50th birthday present to myself, was a weekend at Supernatural Con, New Jersey. Supernatural family, SPN family, hashtag SPN family. Thank you for welcoming myself and Robin to the family. And I am exhausted, but I just feel so light and filled with joy and hope and a drive to change the world. And at the same time, I also have a like ridiculous frivolous picture with Misha as Castiel, where we made a Castiel sandwich. What an amazing weekend, and thank you so much. I love you, Supernatural. I love your show. It's a great show, by the way. I love the TV show. I really love the relationships in the TV show. But I gotta say, this fandom, I'm here for life. You're now part of my family, and I'm honored to be part of your family. Thank you so much for welcoming me. And by the way, Jared, thank you for not believing that I'm 50 years old. That was awesome. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Always keep fighting. Mwah!